Hey, LaToya.
Hi.
Hello. It's been a while.
I know. How's it going, guys?
All right. How are you?
Going good. Going good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get started here in 2 minutes. Our screenwriter, he always pulls up late, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Such a pretty color. Oh. Tenuta La Palazza, Sangiovese, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Cabernet Franc from Emilia-Romagna, the food basket of Italy. (2020). Oh man, that is freaking delicious. It has a little fruit on it. Dang, I'm trying to burn. After this, I may have to go upstairs and make a quick pasta. This is delicious.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, I just decided to open up this bottle I've had probably for 2 years now.
Uh-oh.
And it's a 2020 from Emilia-Romagna in Italy. And it is Sangiovese, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Cab Franc. And it is pouring really well.
2020, you say?
2020. It's called Lilybeth.
Well, isn't that funny? I mean, it's gotta be good with the name Lily.
Yep. So it is. This is. I'm almost sorry I cracked this.
So is it a Bulgarian wine then?
No, this is Italian.
But is it the like the Super Tuscan region?
I would say it's a Super Tuscan because it's Sangiovese, Cab, and Cab Franc.
Yeah.
And this is so smooth. I mean, all you need is a good burger with this. Let's introduce our audience to Dr. LaToya Thompson of Opulence Wine. And we are truly interested in learning more about the process that you went through to launch your brand. But I just want to say, and I think I told you the last time, your Napa Cab your 2018 Napa Cab is drinking beautifully right now.
Yeah, I have that right now. That's what I'm drinking. That's what I got. Yeah, and I remember you saying like, just wait to open up. I remember at my launch at Regina's, he was like, we're just gonna wait and just wait a couple years and see how that opens up. And it has definitely it's really good. It's really good.
Yeah, and you get to see now, because if it's 2018 and this is 2025, Lord have mercy, 7 years.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it can stretch a little bit longer. Something, because what I tasted, I said it's still got another year or two to really show itself.
Yeah. So I do have a 2020 and a 22. But it's and I mean, honestly, I feel like, each time I feel like it just gets better and better. So I do believe it can definitely stretch at least a year.
Yeah.
18 at least. Yeah.
Yeah. So what was the process in you picking the winery or picking the wines that you wanted to be Opulence?
Honestly, it was just based on what I liked.
Okay.
I did not see myself going into this entrepreneurial journey at all. I just like wine. And my husband I always credit him because he's the one that's always like, let's start a business. Let's do this. And he's like, you're spending a lot of money on wine. So I'm like, yeah, but I like it. He was like, yeah, we need to do something for this. We need to make some money off of it if we're going to be drinking it. So yeah, I've always loved a Cab and Pinot Grigio. Those are my two favorites. And so I'm like, well, let's start with that. And I was always drawn to Napa. We would always travel there. So actually, Anthony had some associates that he was connected to that allowed us to get with the winery that we are working with. So it's been pretty good working relationship since then.
Yeah. So there's Ken.
Hi.
What's up, Ken?
Good evening. Nice to meet you, LaToya.
Nice to meet you, Ken.
Hey, Brian, what's
you're
going
always
on?
late, but welcome.
I have to preface that in our previous meetings, I was always the late one.
Not even that late. I mean, it's 8:03.
I was always the late one, and I just said lately Ken has taken that over.
Yeah,
it's true. Ken and I would be meeting for like 45 minutes of a 1-hour meeting, and Chuck walks in finally.
Of course.
And we gotta get off and restart the Zoom because none of us were paying for it at that time.
I'm here.
LaToya, why don't you tell us a little bit, behind the name Opulence, how you came to that, and talk about your brand a little bit.
Sure. So Opulence, again, a lot of things have just been happenstance. The name came from me really wanting something that defined luxury. And I was like, okay, well, let's look at synonyms of what's luxury and that opulence. I was like, ooh, I kind of like that. And so I did a little test with friends, and they with a couple different names, and actually Opulence was the one that won. But
what was number two?
Number two, what was number two? Goodness, I don't even remember.
That's okay.
I don't remember, honestly. I was like, that was it. I think I was with Opulence. That was the one I wanted. So I really didn't even think about anything else. I was like, yeah, okay. And that was so long ago. So I actually started this journey back in 2016. I applied for my TTB permit in 2016 off of, again, talking with my husband. I was actually finishing up some rotations in my clinical rotation in medicine, physical therapy in Miami, and I just was very intrigued by how the grape got to the glass, and my love for wine just kind of emerged. I began learning, and I think most people take some certifications, level one, level two for me with WSET. And I'm like, oh, well, I kind of like this, but I wasn't interested in actually producing a brand, but that came from my husband, kind of pushing me. And I really enjoy it now from the business standpoint. There's a lot, obviously, I know, Brian, with a lot of this, and Chuck as well, on that back end of how to develop a wine and manage a wine and all of that great stuff. And I'm still learning. But I'm appreciative to the people that I've met along the way that have helped me to kind of grow this brand. And so the two wines, my Cabernet and my Pinot Grigio, just came out of just that my love for those two varietals. And the cab by far is I would drink a cab. I mean, most people are like, oh, I can only drink cabs in the fall. I will drink cab on a hot day. I don't care. I love it. Any day is a good day for a cab.
I
um,
agree.
yes. So I can get a little snooty when it comes to certain things. Like, I do want my Prosecco and I need to have the right glass and all this great stuff. And I get mad when I get the wrong glass at a restaurant. And my husband like, don't say anything. Don't say anything. But
Oh,
I'm like,
really?
don't give me the wrong glass, please.
Same.
Uh,
I just can't handle it. If you
I
can, it's
cringy.
just under my skin.
It's cringy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had this love affair with how, just wines can just take on so many different forms, from the year to whatever food you're eating. And the science behind it really fascinates me. And so at this point now, we are just still kind of coasting with these two wines. We have delved into a couple other things as well, but yeah, I am just working to build, and really try to make connections in this wine industry that, again, is new for me because I come from medicine as well, and it's some similarities in certain things, but the business aspect is it flows through any industry that you go through.
Sure. Sure.
So it's exciting to see how the different worlds kind of collide.
So can we see the label and can you tell
Oh,
us where it's from and any other facts you're willing to share?
sure. So this is my cab, Napa Valley. I don't know if this, sorry, the AI little green
That's
screen.
okay. Let me try
Um,
this. Chuck, can I share?
oh yeah.
Sure. Let
My
me make sure. I think I opened it up. Hold on.
yeah, I don't actually know how to do all that share screen stuff.
That's
I
why we
think I
have
do.
Brian. That's why we have Mr. Lilly on the team.
Okay. Whoa, you don't want to see my email.
That's probably not your email. That's probably mine.
That's Chuck.
Oh. Ah.
Hold on. Okay.
So it's
Okay.
Napa Cab.
So
You
my
should be
Napa
able to
Cab,
share it.
yeah, the Napa Cab. I have the 2018 that is out, but I do have a bottle of 2020 and 22. The Pinot Grigio is from Lodi, and I was particular about that one, and I was not too much aware. I mean,
Mm.
it's from Lodi.
Mhm.
I was drawn to the region just simply because of how Central Valley has a lot of, I feel like it's a good balance of how the soil and how the ground is there. And I was actually pleasantly surprised of how well balanced that Pinot Grigio came out to be. currently it is I actually have probably more Pinot Grigio than the Cab. The Cab is really selling. But I feel like the Pinot Grigio is the one that I tend to talk about more to get people to drink that are not used to drinking, especially the reds. You know, the red can be, you know, if you're not a dry red drinker, it's kind of hard to start out with. So,
Sure.
yeah. So, and I mean, I'm not a sweet wine anyway, but my Pinot Grigio is not too sweet, not too dry. So I think it's a great balance. They both. So for my wine, I work with a winemaker out of Napa. I would be considered a negotiate
Mhm.
winemaker. But there is a winery that I am with in Napa, but I
Mhm.
purchased some grapes from different areas, so that's where I got the Pinot Grigio grapes
Mhm.
that my winemaker helped to make with me. But it was, yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised with that Pinot, and it came out really well.
Yeah.
The website is beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, I
Thank
was going to
you.
say that. Very nice.
Well,
Very
there are
nice.
actually just to throw out there for Lodi, there are a number of Napa winemakers that are actually spinning out brands with Lodi fruit.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah,
because
yeah.
they understand, especially if you're talking about, I still say Napa in certain respects, their white wines are not my
Hmm.
favorite,
Yeah.
but Lodi
No
is
acid
doing,
sometimes.
yeah,
Hmm.
Lodi is doing something really nice. Um, and a lot of their vineyards are either biodynamic
Hmm.
or organic.
And
So
they have a rule. I think it's the Lodi Project or something like
Lodi
that.
rules.
Yeah, that makes them have to do, you know, the sustainability and making
Mhm.
sure that they're, you know, adhering to some of those guidelines. So, and that's one thing that I did appreciate. And, you know, a lot of consumers now are thinking more about sustainability or and our planet, you
Yep.
know, our millennials. We want
Hmm.
to make sure we're trying to save the world, which is great. But I like that. But I also like the classic mechanism of making some of our older wines and some of those methods as well. So I like the balance of the two.
So where can someone find your website? Of course, is one place. Is it in retail anywhere?
Yeah, so I am both direct to consumer as well as distributed in Michigan with Great Lakes. So most of my wines right now can be found at Meyer, the specialty Myers,
Hmm.
as well as some local stores all around.
So you're
I'm
talking about
actually
like the Bridge Street Fresh Market in Grand Rapids, that type of
yes,
spot?
yep,
Okay.
as well as like your Rivertown, that's
Yep.
downtown.
City Market in Lansing.
Yeah, so some smaller ones. I was actually in the process of the incubator program for Target. That I don't know if that's right now being it's on hold
Hmm.
with you know all the things that's been going on with Target and some of our retailers, some of the bigger boxes. But those, I mean, any of the big stores are really hard to get into and to be able to sustain yourself in those, especially as a small brand. And so I'm working definitely baby steps to everything to make sure that I can, you know, weather some of the storms that come along with being a business owner. So, but definitely online. You can definitely get it anywhere within about 44 states. I am distributed in North Carolina as well as Texas.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Okay.
Small place as well, yeah.
What about Liquid to Lips? Any places they can go taste it, like a restaurant or
I know I was at God, can't think of the store, the restaurant right now. Um,
What kind of restaurant is it?
More upscale in Greek Town, table number two. Table
Okay.
number two. I
Okay.
don't know if they've
okay?
been, are they open right now? Are they
Yep.
back? Okay, they are open.
Yeah.
Um, there was a couple restaurants in Royal Oak. I believe they closed now. the store, I can't think of the restaurant,
Okay.
but table number 2 definitely had it.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Savannah Blue had it for a minute. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know if they're still ordering it or not, but they had it for a minute.
Yeah. So we're
Great.
making our rounds. I think that's one area that I find that I have more trouble with is making sure when you're in these connected to distributors, you got to stay on those distributors, being
Absolutely.
in their
Amen.
face.
Yeah.
So
The
that's
only work
one
that's
thing.
getting done is the work you're putting in, because
Exactly.
they're not trying.
Oh no, not at all. Especially big distributors.
Yeah,
So I have definitely learned my lesson.
the smaller ones are a little bit more, to me, are a little bit more brand friendly and hands on. But the larger guys, it's almost like they're basically they're people just taking orders. They're not.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
They're not going out there and really looking at their book and then looking at the restaurant and saying, "Oh man, I think this would be a great wine for their list.
Right.
I need to go tell them about this wine and pour it for them." Is rare, really rare.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you're
for sure.
with one of the big ones like we are, like Dr. Thompson is, they are more interested in being registered agents for spirit side, because it's printing money for them all day.
Yeah. Yep. And it's definitely an area that it's a whole new world, and you gotta play the game and know who to play with. And so it's something I'm definitely learning, and it takes time. So as any, I'm so glad to see more winemakers, especially in the city of Detroit, that are coming along, and so it allows us to have, even with the Michigan Collaborative, and this ecosystem for us to be able to talk about these things and have support from one another. So
Sure.
I really do appreciate that.
We had one of your, I don't know, Chuck, would you say protege on a couple weeks ago?
Ooh, LaToya.
Yes.
Oh, we have the same name.
The
Yes, I love
other LaToya.
The other LaToya.
Yeah.
Pure passion.
Yes. And
So,
she definitely launched this recently, right? Yeah.
yes. So it's great to see a lot of females engaged in the winemaking side, I think, because it's been, like most things, traditional wine has been dominated by the patriarchy, and it needs a facelift.
Oh yeah.
Agreed.
So tell us a little bit, why would we seek out Opulence? I mean, I know why, but what would people watching this show, if they're looking for what? Give us 3 words. If they're looking for A, B, and C, Opulence is the key.
Oh, look at that little rhyme there.
Yeah, good rhyme there, Brian. Okay.
I might need to steal that.
Right, yeah.
First, it's in my name, opulent. It's luxury. I don't want people to be afraid of wine, but I want you to be able to have things that are nice and that are premium and think you deserve it. I think a lot of times we don't understand wine, so we try to shy away from it. So it's lux. It provides an experience. That's my next word, because I think that wine drinking is an experience, and a lot of times we don't. We just downgrade it to just drinking, and it's like it's a whole science. And I'm like, my mind is just blown by all these things that happen to the grape and how you get to that bottle and why it cost $100. Well, now I know why. It's because of the process that it took to get there. And then my last one would be connector. I always think that wine is the greatest connector that you could ever find. You can have so many diverse backgrounds over a glass of wine, and you can talk to anybody about anything over a great glass of wine. So it's the great connector, and I hope that when people do experience Opulence, that they're able to not only learn about wine, but be able to learn about whoever they're talking to and their background.
Excellent.
Ken, is this the time you do your quick fire?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
So,
Lay it on us.
Uh-oh.
Just thinking of different foods to pair with wine because I'm amazed working with Brian and Chuck how you can just pretty much pair wine with anything.
Yeah.
So I try to think of like the most maybe ridiculous slash rare slash just like okay things to pair with wine. So segue that in, I'll just think of some on the top of my head like okay, Brian, what's a good wine to pair with a burrito bowl from Qdoba?
What's in it?
Yeah, first question.
Chicken, rice, I'll say chicken, white rice, black beans, corn, hot salsa,
Green or red?
red, guac, sour cream, tortilla chips, and jalapenos.
Okay.
And queso.
Okay. White queso?
Yeah.
Well, I am going to reach for I'm going to reach for a bottle of Mobby Sex.
A bottle of what?
Mobby Sex is a sparkling blush wine from Mobby Vineyards up in Sutton's Bay, Leelanau Peninsula up in Traverse City.
Oh, okay.
A little bit of sweet for the heat.
Yep.
There's the proteins in there are a little bit tricky, but I think because of the beans, it needs a little bit of red wine in it. So that's kind of where my head was going. A little bit of skin contact for the tannins. And then with the chips and the cheese, that came salty. So I'm always going to go to sparkling wine when it comes to salty.
All right, Chuck, you're up next. Let me think of something. So I did a Qdoba bowl. I'll say another good one here.
I think we can let's give you a minute, Ken, because I think Dr. Thompson has some experience with shows. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I know about product placement a lot. No, so I am a cast member of Love and Marriage Detroit, and so yeah, so I know the whole production film. It's a different world. I commend all you guys that work on behind the camera and in front of the camera. I am not neither, but I landed myself on a show. Again, thanks to my husband.
Okay.
But I would say it's definitely a different experience. Reality TV is something different, but for me, I'm going to try to always see the good and trying to find what am I going to get from this and what can I get out of it. So best believe every scene I'm in, there's a bottle of Opulence on the table somewhere. There's a t-shirt on. There is something Opulence somewhere. And it was free publicity for, I don't know, 2 seasons now. So it definitely was, it's helpful for my brand for sure. As far as recognition nationally, for sure. Own network. This is Oprah. So, Oprah knows my brand. So, of course, this is something that I'm like, okay, I want to represent and make sure that this is something that not only represents me, but represents my family. And it's an experience for sure. Definitely an experience.
Oh, wow. I have to get you into a cameo then on some stuff I'm working on.
Yeah.
And my wife, she loves that show. She watches all of the Love and Marriage shows.
I got to bring Chuck and Brian on season 1. They did cut our scene, part of it, me and Brian. It's like, we never know. You do all this filming and they cut it down to like, Ken, Chuck cuts it down to like 20 minutes. So, but we were up in Traverse City, it was the amazing part that I loved about that is that our production crew, none of them were from Michigan except for maybe 2 people. And they were from Detroit, and they've never been to Traverse City, didn't know we had wineries and how beautiful it was. And so they were just like, this is Michigan? I'm like, yeah. Like, we have nice stuff too.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Oh,
only
yeah.
3 hours away. So they were very pleasantly surprised. And I always get people that run up to me and tell me about, man, I'm going to go, I've been to that winery that you had on the show. Like, we went because of you. I'm like, I'm so glad,
Thank
you
you.
guys went there, because it's like nobody knew. Like, why didn't you know about this? But I'm glad I was able to expose national TV of Michigan's great wineries and how we have great wine in Michigan. So that was a really good win for us.
Yeah, thank you very much
Yes.
for including us.
And I'll make sure no one's scenes are cut in my stuff. So definitely not in 2GT.
Yeah,
Definitely
I
not
don't
in
know.
2GT.
The editors, I don't know. Like, I always wonder about how the editing occurs, and our producers are like, we know nothing about what makes it. Like, it's a whole nother team. They don't even know us. I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. But
I gotta make the story. I was in a movie once with I can't remember his name, but he was Sweet Home Alabama guy, I think.
yeah.
And Lucas something. And we filmed. First of all, they're taking extras and coming to Traverse City looking for extras. Everybody might as well, we're all named David up here or something like that. So the one idea I had is I decided to take a prop. I took my guitar, and so I was chosen to be in there. Went through the whole thing. Took my guitar. Of course, that you go into the dressing room and they put you in a whole new thing of clothes for that type of stuff, so that whatever they do. Probably 3 days of taping, I think, if I remember back. I did get paid for it. I think I got, at that time, minimum wage, I think, was $7.25 an hour, and I'm pretty sure I made like $80 over the weekend. And then the movie came out. And I was sure as shit, man. I was in that movie. And I found it at like the minute and 30-second mark, right where this car accident happened in the movie. And it's scanned like this. So I paused it. To prove I was in the movie. That's how I know the time. But
that's so funny. Yeah.
And full circle, Brian, here we are. You're going to have your own show.
What?
Well, you won't be cut out.
We're all in Chuck's world, you know that.
Yep.
Nah. Ken, I want to go back, and the Qdoba Bowl. My choice for the Qdoba Bowl. Gonna stay in Michigan. I'm gonna go with my friend Brian Obrecht at Left Foot Charlie, and do his Cremona, Michigan. Primarily because of the fact that it seems like every year that they release it, it's a different blend. And it's always good, and it's effervescent. There's enough sweetness in it to cut the heat, but it'll cut through everything else.
I think one of the blends, if it's not the current one that most recent blend has been Riesling, Auxerrois, and Pinot Gris, I think.
Yeah.
And so those are some beautiful Michigan cool climate fruit to be showing off.
Well,
man.
Yeah, the one that I had, I can't remember which year it was, but it had, and you know how Left Foot is with their Pinot Blanc. It had Auxerrois and Pinot Blanc, and that was
maybe that's it. Yeah.
Just killer.
Yeah.
So I have a little question for Dr. Thompson here. So since Opulence is all about luxury, what is a good upscale entree to pair your wine with? Like, let's say I go to like Eddie V's or Morton Steakhouse, what would be a good meal to pair your wine with?
I love a good steak. I would love a good ribeye with my cab. Like, I'm a medium girl. Like I need a little blood in there, just a little bit. Like and just you gotta eat it right. Bite with drink, like right together. It has to switch together. I want it to mix. So, I mean, just very traditional with a red. I don't want anything too fancy. Like, I mean, I don't think that's fancy. Like, red wine and steak. That's easy. That's very easy. I mean, my Pinot Grigio, anything fresh. I mean, I love a good salmon. I love a good, just, really fresh salad with fruit. Like, it doesn't have to be even, anything crazy. And I think that's where we get like, oh, it has to be all this. I feel like at least some of my friends are like, wine is stuffy to them. I'm like, it's not stuffy. The thing is that people get so scared about it. I'm like, no, it's just wine. And they want to drink Moscato every day. I'm like, no, we got to branch out. We got to branch out.
Moscato,
are you going to branch out at all? Are you going to have other wines added to your portfolio?
Yes, I'm still trying to work with you guys. We can never get our licensing together here. So Chuck knows this. We were maybe 2 years ago. I was actually working on a champagne.
Okay.
And had so many roadblocks, and then we got the tariffs, and it just became way too expensive to even really go that route. So I am looking at a sparkling right now, a California sparkling to work on. But I'm still trying to keep it very simple and do what I know and what is working and keeping things, as far as a light load for myself right now. So it definitely will probably be the sparkling if I don't go back to the champagne, depending on how our country.
Well, Brian and I did find a champagne producer that we may be able to work with. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I gave you one of the bigger ones, and this guy is one of the smaller ones, and it may be a little bit more advantageous.
Okay. So yeah, it may be just it was the biggest thing I had was the cost was getting ridiculous with and I think at that time is when we were imposing, the U.S. was imposing a lot more an increase on wine tariffs from France at that time. I don't know if it's changed. Now
15%. That's what it is right now.
I think it was more, at least maybe
it
last
was.
year. It was, yeah. So, that was just, I'm like, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And when you count up all the costs and everything else, it's like, oh, we're going to back down just a little bit for right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, I have a question for you. Going back to you. What is a good strong wine to drink trying to get through Michigan State's dreadful football season?
That's a great question. There's this stuff that they have at Total Wine, Ken. It's called XXL Blueberry.
It's hilarious.
It's just under 20%, I think. And
oh my God.
just pour that right over ice cream or make it a blueberry shake or something because it's going to taste like shit. But you'll be happy you had it.
You might as well just say Taylor Port. Same thing.
Oh my gosh.
Are you a Spartan?
I am.
Okay, I'm a Spartan too. So.
Oh, okay. When were you there?
I graduated in 2005.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I graduated a few years before that. But
it's a little hard right now.
Yeah. But Brian and Chuck, I do a podcast. Me and my brother do a podcast about MSU football.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called Cue the Woodshed, CUE the Woodshed. It's about MSU football, and we expanded to Big Ten football talk, and I send the link to them all the time. And right now, our hot topic is about our head coach, and
you're going against the Hoosiers
Yeah, we're gonna get smoked.
Well,
I mean, we're done.
Well, I'm an honorary Hoosier because I went to school down in Indiana.
You can't be an honorary Hoosier.
I lost a bet. I lost a bet and became an honorary Hoosier.
Honorary, okay.
Yeah, was it when you remember the national championship when?
Oh man, that's great.
When Keith Smart hit the jumper on the baseline, that's when I became an honorary Hoosier, and I was like, "Damn it!"
I can't say I've heard that one before. There's a lot of fans that have interesting stories on their fanship, but
give us a couple years. I hope.
No, Michigan State will be back. They just have to find. It's always been about getting the right coach for Michigan State, and once they get the right coach, he'll get the right players in, and everything will fall right into place like it always has.
You think we got the right AD, Ken?
Oh yeah. I like the new AD. He's about his business.
Yeah, he's about to spend some money, I think.
Oh yeah,
I need to. His alumni are going to be very upset. They need to have to do something.
Okay, let's get this show back on track here. We're talking about beverages.
Yes.
Spartan football.
Yes. Opulence. Yes.
So this is the time, Dr. Thompson, that we start to share what we have in our glass. And this is tonight. We'll start with Ken.
All right. Well, I am drinking. I know it's a red wine. I think it is a Cabernet. It's in this glass here, so there's nothing in a wine glass. I know. I think.
It's hiding the ice cubes.
You were talking about.
Hope there's no ice in there.
No, there's no ice.
Okay.
No, there's no ice. But I think you were talking about how particular you are with wine glasses. So don't be disappointed with when I'm drinking this. I mean, I just grabbed it right before I came on. There's already wine in it. I know it's a Cabernet. I can't remember what the brand is, but it's pretty good to sip on. So it is a red wine. I'm enjoying it, but I definitely want to try yours because I need to, level up, as they say.
Branch out. I think that's the term we use today. Branch out.
Branch out.
What you got, Chuck?
Go ahead.
Sorry about that.
No, go ahead.
No, I've got I told Brian before, I have the Lilybeth. It is from Emilia Romagna in Italy. It's a 2020, and it is a blend of Sangiovese, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Cab Franc. And this like your 2018 Opulence, this 2020 is pouring really well right now. And I told Brian when we first got on, I said, after I tasted it, I said, I shouldn't have opened this. I should have saved this one. Because I don't even know. I got to see if I can get this again because this is really good.
That's why I always get 3 bottles. One for now, one for later, and one for later.
Well, where did you get it from?
This was actually wine club for House of Pure Vin.
Oh, okay.
And so I was like going, whoa. She picked a really good one.
Nice.
Dr. Thompson, why don't you tell us once more what do we have in your glass?
I have the Opulence 2018 Cabernet Sauvignon. So I don't really veer away from anything else, honestly. And when I drink a cab, I usually drink. Well, I try not to drink up all mine. I had to stop my mother from stocking up, and I don't have any wine here, Mom. Stop. But yeah, I tend to at least keep at least one bottle if I can keep it, in stock at home. I used to keep one at home.
Okay, kid. Okay, Brian. What are you drinking?
Brian, what you got, Mr. Lilly?
This is a vodka that we make, the Vintner's vodka up at
Uh-oh.
CC.
Oh,
Oh, you guys make I didn't know that. I thought you guys
make
just
some
made
spirits.
wine.
Yeah,
I thought you just made wine.
no, they've branched out, Ken.
Yeah, we've been
I didn't
making
know
brandy
that.
for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know how long it's been, maybe 6, 7, 8 years ago, vodka started to peak.
Mm-hmm.
And the TTB changed what vodka means.
Mm-hmm.
So we distill grapes for this. And what's fun about this one is that Brian Hosmer, our winemaker, when he ferments the Pinot Grigio and the Pinot Blanc, which are the two grapes that we use, he captures the esters off of evaporation and then precipitates them. So you get all of the aromas from the Pinot Grigio and the Pinot Blanc, and then you put it back into the vodka distilled spirits.
Whoa.
And it smells like... And guess what happens? It does not go with orange juice. So don't be making screwdrivers with it vodka. This is only a
That's
martini.
a sipper. That's a sipper.
Or a tonic. You could get away with a tonic, but
okay.
Is that so locally here in the Detroit area?
I don't remember.
So RNDC has it, right?
Nope.
They don't?
No, because I self-distribute because we make 200 cases a year.
Oh, okay.
So we're under the
so Brian's the plug, as they say.
And
Brian's the plug.
And the other reason is when you sell spirits in the state of Michigan, you have to sell it to the state and then buy it back in order to do anything with it. So as long as I keep the distribution rights, then we get that margin.
Sir, may I ask you a favor?
Yes, I was going to say the same.
I need a bottle.
As do I.
You can just ship 3 bottles.
I will gladly pay you Tuesday. I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a bottle today.
Oh, all right.
Chuck, you was reading my mind, sir. You were reading my mind.
Okay, well, I'll take that order and we'll see what we can do with it. I'm sure you'll find some very soon. What else we got to talk about? Peoples? Dr. Thompson's a busy woman. We got to be very respectful.
I know. She's Jamaican. She's got 20 jobs.
I know.
My kids.
A mom, a wife, a reality show star.
I'm not so much.
A doctor.
I know. Winemaker.
What are your next steps? We talked about your other potential projects, and you were running into roadblocks. If you were able to clear every regulational hurdle, what would be your next venture? What would be on the Opulence?
It would be a champagne for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's like just a natural course, at least for as far as just brand and how we have marketed the company. So yeah, I think that would be the next thing. And to be honest, it's something that we were working on from when we were on the show, and it was talked about. And it's like they like to follow the process of all that. And so I was like, I would love for that to still come out. I'm just looking at really trying to put the right things in place to, again, make sure that I was looking at more so expanding, but then I feel like that was too big for me at that, like right now, especially with the changes when it comes to some of the bigger box stores and getting into those markets. So I think making, again, staying true to form of my brand and keeping the 2 wines and just adding the champagne would be better, as opposed to trying to get into more stores and all of that. I want to, obviously, but I want to also be make sure that people are so interested too. Like, sometimes, if there's nothing else, people still go to the same thing. That's great, but they like to see something new as well.
Yeah.
I think the champagne would be great. I am also, because I do love the educational component of just wine and business. and making sure that there is a lane for people to learn and and as well as exposure to the youth. I do have a nonprofit that's expanding and coming out of Opulence to assist kids in STEM and learning about viniculture and things of that nature.
Nice. That's
awesome. So we'll be coming up to you because I would love to get some of my kids up there so that they can see that. My son is very into science and all that great stuff. So he was just like, well, how did that happen? Like, how does that grape get there and all this stuff? And what if you change this and I do that? I'm like, oh, you seem a little bit interested. Maybe you're going to be the one that's taking over this company later. But he is interested in it. And so, yeah, I definitely want to make sure that, especially our youth and urban youth, that they can see that there is, urban farming and things of that nature. We have a lot of urban farms in Detroit that are coming and producing, and I would love for them to learn more about the viniculture science, and so that that can expand and learn more about that.
Yeah,
awesome. One thing I just thought of, LaToya, when you mentioned that, maybe that's something you'd also talk to our alma mater about, because Michigan State, that's what they were founded on.
Yes.
Agriculture, urban farming, things of that nature. So
I actually have been in talks with them. So there is a lifeline through Michigan State that we've been talking in their multicultural business department at Eli Board Business School.
Yes,
so,
I had plenty of classes there back in my day.
Oh yeah.
Well, they actually need to revive the viticultural and enology program there.
Yeah.
Because I was just listening to another podcast earlier today, and they were talking about how at one point the person that was talking was in that program, and his dad was like a professor, and his dad had to tell him, okay, the program's about to end. You need to finish up.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Drew Perry. And Ron Perry.
Yes.
Wow.
So what has to happen now is, because right now it's basically Lake Michigan College is a spot. And I still think you do need a larger 4-year that can partner with Lake Michigan. Yeah. So that Lake Michigan can do the preliminaries.
Yeah.
And you can move it on over to MSU for the higher degrees if you want to get them.
Right.
Yeah. And we had Tim Godfrey on, who is the wine director for Lake Michigan College, a couple episodes ago.
Oh, nice.
And basically in the state of Michigan, what he had to say was that education can be essentially free for some people because of all of the programs that the state of Michigan has going for community colleges.
Definitely.
Right.
Yeah, because you can get your degree now, and it could be fully paid for by the state.
Right.
Wow. But you brought up that you were looking at doing a sparkling wine or a champagne, and we keep bringing up Tim Godfrey, and I can speak for Lake Michigan College. If you can work out the logistics and the licensing, you can probably partner with them to help you.
Okay.
I would hope.
Yeah.
Because they do Methyl Champenois, because we had a project where we used them. So their students can do it. So
yeah, we'll have to talk about that.
And I can connect you with Paolo Sabatini, who is the viticulturist at Michigan State University, if you wanted to go that route as well.
Okay.
But here's some real talk retail style. This is a new segment that I'm introducing you to, Chuck. So the challenge that you and I have right now in building wine brands is the alternative options that weren't around when we were younger, right? So we have NAs is the easy play. What I keep reading about right now, especially once you bring up Target, is that Target has a test model that they are doing in Minnesota that is going to be launching THC-based beverages in the same category.
Oh, wow.
So that is an interesting piece that we're going to keep an eye on in my business, because that is going to take some market share away from wine in general, especially Michigan wine.
Yep.
So what does your company do when they are faced with challenges like that? Are you thinking of lower, for example, I'm thinking in the space of smaller profiles, 375s or Tetra Paks or something that it's not going to move volume, which when you grow 100 acres of grapes, you got to figure out an outlet for all of that. But it's at least keeping you relevant on the shelf, which is exactly what you touched on.
Right.
What does Opulence think about that?
Yeah, I've thought about the smaller profiles as well. I've also looked at, and I'm looking, when I've talked to one of my marketers, and especially when we're looking at price points and, what are the consumers drinking now, or what do they want now? We have all the, non-drinkers that want, the non-alcohol or the lesser, that are not as heavy, not heavy alcohol based. So looking at maybe do we change or add a brand or add a varietal that maybe not have as much alcohol, or do we come up with another non-alcoholic wine, which I don't know. I haven't looked at pricing and how to make that and what that looks like, but these are things that they have talked to me about. And then also looking at, again, do we want to go into changing some of how we bottle ours, if we went to, even just a screw top to lessen some cost somewhere. But I mean, I'm kind of a purist in the sense of I don't like change. Sometimes you have to change with the times to, weather the market changing, but there's somebody there that's still drinking it. And there's still people that, that appreciate quality wine for the price, but can that hold you and sustain you? So that's where I've been bumping heads with my accountant as well as my marketer, because I'm like, I don't want to change. I don't want to do anything else. Somebody's going to buy it. Or you just, weather the storm and just stay where you are and not make anything new or spend any money until we kind of get out of this. Well, we haven't really they say we're not in a recession. I feel like we are, and we're going to get there.
It's tight in some households. I mean,
I feel like that we're in it, but I don't know. I'm trying to kind of look at a couple of things, but it has definitely been changing the profile of it to see if we can get save some costs and cut some corners somewhere without cutting the quality of the wine.
Well, as collaborator in chief, I'm always looking to marry two brands or have them potentially work on joint ventures. I am going to suggest and connect you with Drew Ryan, primarily because Brian brought it up, which was they were playing around about 3 to 5 years ago with a THC infused Chardonnay.
I remember that. Yeah. Matt told me about that. Yeah.
All I can tell you is they have the contacts, they have the abilities.
The actual contact.
It's just making sure that it lines up with all of the state regulations.
That's the toughest part.
But that's the thing. I think if you get more cooks in the kitchen, and you're bouncing ideas off of each other, there may be something that pops out that can be done that fits within the regulatory structure.
True. The THC it's tricky, I feel. I mean, wine is tricky in itself, and I feel like, it's really trying to figure out what regulation you have to follow and make sure that, you stay safe.
Yeah.
I think it's just...
And timing.
The lines are blurred. We don't know. A lot of the stuff they don't know.
Exactly. Timing is a little bit ahead of the curve, where if you can put a lot of resources into it and then somebody down the road can just say, nope, it's illegal, goodbye.
Yep.
And you're done.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of risk in that. But just thank you for your answer. That was a very interesting answer, because I realized that while you're talking, she's right. She doesn't need that. I mean, your kind of wine has been around for 9,000 years. and it's not going anywhere. So it's the low hanging fruit that's going to be cut off shelves like that.
But I still believe that a lot of the non-alcoholic craze is driven by certain analyses that has become prevalent. And I still say it's going to go back to, like everything does. It's swinging in this direction now. Trendy. What's going to happen is it's going to swing right back to the traditional, because people are going to start. And I'm still a pragmatist, which is, if you're drinking wine, why are you taking alcohol out of it? Because that's, to be perfectly honest, that's the characteristic. That's what makes wine wine.
Absolutely. Because
you might as well be drinking just grape juice. Exactly. If you're saying you don't want alcohol in it. Mm-hmm. I'm not poo-pooing anything, but what's happening is you have a lot of people that are swinging that pendulum all the way to non-alcoholic, and then what's going to end up happening in 2 years is all of those people are going to say, "Why was I doing this?"
Maybe.
It's an interesting, I mean, it's trendy, right? And I think especially with the craze of social media, like we want to hop on it, right? But, those are the companies that hop on it, make money off of it, and get out, so don't think I need to necessarily change to it, but it's an idea to, if I want to make some money off of it, because that's what we want.
We make 4 NAs, and that's because our sales of volume has started to go like this after COVID. And so we need an outlet for all these grapes.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, it ain't cheap to make an NA, because not only do you have to make the wine, then you got to de-alcoholize the wine.
Right.
And it's going to be a tough game to sustain. But I do think, and I'm sorry if I'm keeping you all, two philosophies on the NA trend right now. One is, I think it'll probably die with the baby boomers, because I still think they are the largest support group for that. And the reason is because they're aging out, they're on medications. They used to drink a lot of wine and realize that they should probably slow down for one reason or another. And so they do what's called zebra drinking. So they'll have an alcoholic wine and then a non-alcoholic wine, and like that. And then you have this crowd, and this is the toughest thing. And I came up with this philosophy trying to determine if the NA was good. And in my opinion, there is not an NA that's good, but you still have to, as a salesperson, you got to come up with a way to sell it, right? So I had to determine, am I selling it to this group, or am I selling it to the group that used to order iced tea, lemonade, and Coca-Cola that doesn't know what wine tastes like in the first place? So, and if that's the group I'm selling it to, then it just needs to taste sweet.
Yep.
And so I think that's the direction that we're leaning. Because you just, without the alcohol, you cannot make the texture, the weight. It just does not matter in any adult beverage. I mean, beer maybe. I mean, they've been making NA beers for as long as I've been alive, at least. So, O'Doul stuff like that, I think, Ken. You're not old enough for that, Ken. I'm not sure if you ever had an O'Doul.
No, I don't drink non-alcoholic. I don't do any mocktails. No. I need my alcoholic taste in my spirits and wine.
I went to school
and beer.
I went to undergrad in Indiana where liquor was cheap and plentiful. So I learned early, you just got to know what to buy, and you can always find a deal. But the bottom line is it's all about drinking something that tastes good, that gives you the buzz you're looking for.
Yeah.
But if you're not looking for a buzz, I'm still of the opinion that why a non-alcoholic wine? Because if I'm not looking for a buzz, I'm drinking a smoothie. If I'm not looking for a buzz, I'm drinking juice.
I might as well drink water.
Right. And so that's my whole point is, if you're not looking for a buzz, you're not looking for the alcohol, but you're trying to, and I still say it's people that want to feel comfortable in a crowd of alcohol drinkers, that I've got a glass of wine, but it ain't got no alcohol in it. That's cool. I agree with you. That's cool.
Never makes
And you can do
Oh.
that, but it's still a situation where wine, for so many doggone millennia, forget centuries, millennia, has been about converting sugar into alcohol.
Alcohol.
Sorry, that's what it is.
That's what it is. That is true.
I think we've hit the alarm clock. We've crossed the threshold of old people time where we all go take naps now. We'll be back. Dr. Thompson, thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you,
Appreciate you so
LaToya.
much.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
And we,
hug my brother for me.
I will.
Yes. Look
See you guys
out for
later.
the TV show. We're gonna have you on the TV show, so
Okay.
stay tuned, as they say.
All right.
Right.
Have a good night, guys.
Take care.
You too.
Ken, when is Q the Woodshed going to get real angry? I mean, you keep threatening to get angry. I mean, but you guys are angry.
If we get really blown the hell out on Saturday, you might see us go nuclear.
No. So it's
Ken,
gonna
he
be
said
warmer.
he lost a bet.
No,
He became honorary Hoosier from losing a bet.
Hoosier hospitality is not a joke.